Good morning children, welcome to social class, standard 9th, history, unit 4, intellectual awakening and socio-political changes. The previous class we discussed Jainism, Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism and learning. So now today the class discusses the topics the other heterodox sect. It's a major important one. Ajivika, another one Gana Sangha. So, Ajivika. The period that produced Buddhism and Jainism also witnessed the birth of the sect known as the Ajivika. The founder was Kosala. The founder was Kosala. Kosala, a friend of the Mahavira. Friend of the Mahavira. For some time they were together. Later Kosala moved away and founded the Ajivika sect. As an atheistic sect, Ajivika rejected the karma theory. It is mostly rejected what children? It is the karma theory. Which postulated the condition of man is determined by the cause action. Kosala argued the act of charity and pity can in no way influence this finality. Ajivika had a small presence in southern India. Under the Cholas, the special tax was levied on them. The three name text. The Manimegale of Buddhists, Nilagiri of Jains, the Sivanyana Siddhar of Cybers and contain the outlines of the Ajivika doctrines. Outline of the what in the Ajivika doctrine. So next discuss our topic Gana Sangha. There were two distinct forms of government at the time of Mahavira and Buddha. It's a monarchical kingdom and declared oligarchy or Gana Sangha. Monarchical kingdom, another one oligarchical, it is called what? Gana Sangha. The Gana Sangha provided the quality alternative to the kingdoms. Vedic rituals and the rules of Varma were not followed. Gana Sangha considered of the single clans such as Sakyas, Kolyas and Mallas or confederacy of the clans such as Rijas and Rishinis, the confederacy located at Vaishali. Gana Sangha had only the two Sarata. It's a Satriya, Rajakula, ruling families, and the Dasa, Karmakara, the slaves, and the laborers. That's a very important other heterodox sect, Ajivika, another one, Gana Sanghas.
Next, discuss the topic Rights of Kingdoms. The 6th century BCCE witnessed the establishment of kingdoms, oligarchies and chiefdoms, as well as the emergence of towns. From the largest of the chiefdoms and emerged kingdoms, many tribes of the Rig Vedic period such as Paradas, Pasus, Trisas and Tiruvasas passed into the oblivion, and new tribes such as Kurus and Panchalas rose into the prominence. The 16 Mahajanapadas. Totally how many Mahajanapadas children? 16 Mahajanapadas are enlisted in the Buddhist text. Linguistic and cultural commonality prevailed in the Janapadas. Whereas in the Mahajanapadas, different social and cultural groups lived. With the emergencies of the kingdoms, the struggle for supremacy among the different states occurred frequently. Sacrifice such as Rajasuya and Aswamedha. This both were children. It is on the Yagna. It is on the Yagam. The sacrifice such as Rajasuya and Aswamedha were performed to signify the imperial sway of the monarch. That means the king ruling over the rebels. That means what children? It is fight. The Rigvedic titles. Rajan. Rajan was replaced by impressive titles such as Samrat, Ekrat, Virat or the Bhoja. Rajan, that means what, children? Raja. Okay. So next, northern India extended from the Kabul valley in the north to the Godavari in the south. It witnessed the rise of the 16 states known as Mahada. That's Mahada, that means a big one, or the 16 great states. What's the name of the states? Kasi, Kosala, Anga, Mahada, Vaj, Mella, Chedi, Vatsa, Kuru, Panjala, Matsaya, Surasena, Askaga, Avandi, Gandhara, another one, Kamboja. That is all these 16 great states. So next, the growth of the royal powers. The king enjoyed the absolute power. The Sabha of the Rigvedic period ceased to exist. The king sought to the aid and support of the Samidhi or the matter like in the war, peace and fiscal policies. However, in spite of existence of the assemblies, the power of king kept increasing. Sadapada Brahmana described the king infallible and immune from all the punishment. The growth of the royal power was reflected in the enlarged administrative structure. The king was now assisted by the group of officers such as Buga Duga, the collector of taxes, Sudha, Sariator and Askaraba, superintendent of the gambling, the Sastri, Chamberlain, Gori, Kartana, the king campion in the chase, Palagola, the courtier, the Takshan, carpenter, another one, Radhakara, the chariot maker. This is the term of the group of officers. In addition, there were the electrical and the military officials like Progida, and in the Senani, it's mean army general, and Gramini is the leader of the villages. This is during the Rigvedic period. And the later Rigvedic period, the Gramini, who acted both civil and military office, the link through the royal authority was enforced in the villages. In the king administrator, justice occasionally delegated his judicial power to Adhyakshas, the royal officials. In the villages, Gramaya within the village judge and the Sabha, it's a court, decided the case. The punishment for crimes were severe. The punishment of the crime is very severe. So next, discuss the topic rights of Mahada kingdom. The polity followed in the kingdom was different from the Gana Sanghas. The kingdom affirmed the centralized government. The political power concentrated in the ruling family, which had become the dynasty, which assertion becoming hereditary. There were advisory bodies such as Parishad, that minister, and Sabha, advisory council. The Sabha, the collected the revenue, that means money, they remitted to the treasury in the capital of the kingdom. From that is redistributed for the public expenses such as maintenance of army and salaries to state officials. So major watch lines treasury where that's using for this maintenance of the army, another one public expensive, and to the state officials, salaries to the state official. Of the kingdoms is mentioned in the literature of the period. Kasi, Kosala and Magadha are considered to be the powerful. The only republic that revealed this kingdom, whose capital was Vaishali. In the struggle for control for the Gangetic plain, which had strategic and economic advantages, the Magadha kingdom emerged victorious. Bimbasara, the first important king of the Magadha. So Bimbasara was the first important king of the Magadha. So the matrimonial, that means marrying alliance with the high status Lichavi, the clan, that means the family of Vaishali, and the ruling family in Kosala. Bimbasara went to conquer Anga, the West Bengal is now. They were the gain access to the Ganges Delta. Bimbasara. So Bimbasara Saga succeeded in establishing the comprehensive structure of administration. Village was a basic unit of administrative system. Apart from the villages, grama, there were field and pastures as well as wasteland and the forest. Each village was brought under the Gramini, the headman, who was responsible for collecting taxes and remitting them to the state treasury. The officers appointed to measure the land under the cultivation to assess the value of crop to assist the Gramini in this task. Land task, that name of the land task Bali, the main sources of revenue to the kingdom. Another, the share of the produce Baga, it is determined the property to the extent of the land it is cultivated. In the term the shared bagging, one who entitled to the share of 1/6 referred to the king. This was here the peasant economy came into being at the Magadha. Ajatashatru, the son of Bimbasara, is said to have murdered his father and ascended the throne in 493 BC BCE. He continued his father's policy of expansion through military conquest. The capital city of Magadha was Rajagriha, which was surrounded by 5 hills providing protection to the kingdom from external threats. Ajatashatru strengthened the Rajagriha fort and also built another fort at Padaligrama on the Ganges. It served as exchange center for the local produce and later became the Mauryan capital of Padaliputra. Ajatashatru died 461 BC BCE and he was succeeded by 5 kings. All of them followed the example of Ajatashatru by ascending the throne by killing their parent. The fed after such recurring instances, people of Mahada appointed the last ruler's Viceroy Sisunaga as a king. After the ruling nearly for half a century in the Sisunaga dynasty, lost the kingdom to Mahabhadra Nanda, who founded the Nanda dynasty. The Nandas were the first of non-Kshatriya dynasties to rule in northern India. Thank you.